I bid you a good evening. Hello, hello, hello. There are many things that I need to discuss with you this evening because it today was, I want to say, a step or two below epiphany. Not quite epiphany level, but more realization. You see, I'll start from the beginning and I'll talk until I'm done. How about that? I have been very excited to go see David Yost for like a month. I've been like, oh, David Yost is in my neck of the woods. Let's go out there and let's check him out. And my goal in my head was I want to have something to show David Yost when I get there. I had given myself this goal of I can at the very least have a teaser trailer out. And I even went so far as to go to say I'm going to cater to what he was doing. Like, oh, he likes Ninjetti. I have Ninjetti. Like, that's kind of placatey, but it makes sense. So I was preparing myself for all of these things, and my wife came to me this morning with a really cool idea, which I thought was really nice. I'm a filmmaker in the sense that I have made a film. I have recorded things that I have written. Technically, I am a filmmaker by definition, but at my core, I am a writer. And my wife suggested to me to present myself as such. Don't go in as a filmmaker, go in as a writer. Tell him you're a writer, tell him what you do, and then if he's interested, we can go from there. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense. So I started preparing this whole thing in my head of what I wanted to say. I was going to put a season 1 of the Elite Force on a flash drive, and I was going to present it to him. And I was going over in my head the things that I wanted to say because I wanted to present myself as a writer. So, long story short, because pig sidebar, like, doesn't matter if you're a 5 or a 10, you don't badmouth other Rangers. That's just, you don't. You don't. So I will say this much: for financial reasons, I chose not to go see David Yost today. No problem. But in doing that, the pressure that I had put on myself to have something out so that I could show him, to have a trailer, to the fictitious deadline if I wanted to have something around the time Rise of the Ninja did a thing. All these things are gone, and I can go back to the things that I enjoyed doing, which was just fucking writing. We were going down a hill on our way to this really beautiful ocean area. It's lovely. And on the way down that hill, I even said vocally, out loud, I haven't written in a month. And that's weird to me because writing has just been part of my everyday process. And I just, for a month, haven't. Just nothing. And that doesn't sit well with me. And now I've written scripts. And you could say it's in service to Elite Force because everything is going to go under the umbrella of Elite Force. But just sat down and wrote. I haven't written anything in quite a long time, and I want to go back. So I'm gonna go back. My wife also made the very good point of we have been. Oh, pig sidebar, because another good point. I got this quote from Micah that I really like. She said, the easiest thing to change is the script. And I had taken that to heart. So I was like, oh, if something don't go my way, I'll just change the script to accommodate. Oh, we don't have this. I can work around that because I wanted to show that I could work around limitations. But after a while, I looked up and I realized that I got this new fancy gimbal. Here's my big fancy gimbal here, by the way. This motherfucker is lovely. I love gimbal. I do. I went and got this fancy new equipment and this fancy new iPhone, and it's like, that's all well and good, but what about all the things that I wanted to do? The whole thing, it was Phantom Menace. It was supposed to be Phantom Menace. We were supposed to be doing the Phantom Ranger, and then stuff got held up, which is not my guy's fault. I'm not giving him shit at all. I understand. Corona, lockdown, things happen. Super cool, no problem. But I have been holding off and trying to postpone the things that I wanted to do. So just for the sake of saying, hey, look, here's a thing that I've done, but it wasn't everything that I wanted. So now I'm going to take the time out. I'm going to order my wife's Mystic Soul Bird. Was it Mystic Raven? Mystic Soul Raven? Mystic Soul Raven.
It sound like Soul Glow or like Soul Train. I don't want
You're
to sound
so
like
glow.
I mean,
Yeah, not, as long as you don't have a fro or something. It's like,
so
no.
I shouldn't do a curly top.
No, I probably wouldn't do it unless you wanted to be straight 70s. So I'm gonna get my wife her mystic suit, like her mystic soul, soul raven, mystic soul raven. That's soul raven. Oh, dum dum doodle doodle. I just remember him making weird noises. I don't remember what that. I'm sure that was in reference to the shum dum. Well, I hope he wasn't. Because I don't. That wouldn't be so Raven. Wait a minute. But I would get my bitch her suit. I would my armor is on the way, and I also want the Time Force. I want Time Force because I think a lot of the things that I want to do can be rooted in Time Force. So I want the Time Force. I got the badge. My wife, for my birthday last year, got me this beautiful Time Force badge, and I haven't been able to do anything with it but leave it over there in a little case, and that is bothersome to me. So I would like to have a nice Time Force boy that I can wear my suit. I already got the blaster. It come with the holster. I already got the badge. I already got some sunglasses, dog. Like, I might as well. So I want to do the things that I want to do, and I'm just going to wait until I don't have to half-ass and bullshit, and maybe, just maybe, I'll even bring in other people. Maybe I'll bring in another person or two. Yeah, I don't. You got any grapes? I don't have any ideas offhand, but maybe if I come across somebody I can trust, is and I'm not even just like for voiceover either. Like, maybe I can. Yeah, I'm sure there's somebody I could find somebody who we like enough to say, hey, come out and do a thing, maybe, or maybe we'll do. I don't know.
I would love to see Michelle as a villain, but she's too far away now.
Oh man, I thought when you said Michelle, and that reminds me, I thought of her when I was really putting together. She was like, we used her as a newscaster once. I would love to just get her in front of a green screen again and just let her do a newscasty thing.
Sure
it would be such a nod to the thing that we did back then. We would know, she would know.
I will say this too. I know they used to do live action. They used to do live action role playing.
They?
Yeah, that's the thing. They love role playing and cosplaying. And I'm sure she's got some medieval stuff. I would love to get her in front of a green screen talking to I don't know, some version of Witch Asia who, I mean, on the Celestial, so I can pretty much go to any time period, or a Phantom talking to her, something. It's like Shattered Grid, where kind of we can go wherever, so it'll be cool to get somebody from back then who already has the gear.
That's true. So,
anyway,
so that's where
and Miles will have his suit hopefully sooner than later, and
that would mean Fusion Tech. Fusion Tech is a thing. Oh my God, when I said it was true story, then I'm gonna get off because we've already spoken about my epiphany. Funniest fucking thing. I'm writing the Phantom Journals, which is the whole thing. I wanted to be able to write little odds and ends, little just stories of where the Phantom had been without having to correspond to the continuity of everything. So it would be purposely out of sync because he just kind of pops in and out. It was a whole thing. It's a very fun idea. I've got those going. And I wrote the very first experience that the Phantom had, where after he's dealt with the Celestial and he accidentally pops into his future home and Nick has to come. He's like, hey dude, you've got to remember this. And off the top of my head, out of my ass, don't know where it came from. He was just Fusion Tech. Say it with me. Fusion Tech. And all of a sudden, Everybody started talking about Tyranno King and Fusion Tech. All of a sudden, people start doing Mortal Kombat. I'm put the Scorpion thing in the coin, and I'm the Scorpion Ranger. All of a sudden, Fusion Tech, just people just for real. Now, nobody, out to their credit, nobody said it was Fusion Tech, but you had people in Q&A. What if you could fuse yourself with a Digimon? That's Fusion Tech. Everybody started talking about it suddenly. It was the weirdest thing. No, it didn't even. This is the iPhone, dog. This is, dude. Like, Edla, I love.
I literally blend in with the curtains right now.
iPhone. I can see you. iPhones are like the Wendy's of nuggets, cause it's like they the better nuggets. But Android is McDonald's, and they're just more convenient.
That is fair.
It's like, yeah, you can spend a couple of extra bucks and get the really kick-ass camera, but unless you trying to do films or something, it's really just going to waste with you going,
dare I say, it is the Chick-fil-A of nuggets. Even though I've never had Chick-fil-A nuggets, I hear they're really good, but it's for certain reasons I wouldn't buy it. But
the Christian sweatshops, is that what you were trying to not say? No, yeah, and they hate gay people. Like, no, like I don't think.
Also have, like, as a corporation.
I'm sure they have sweatshops, and I'm sure it cost them $250 to make this motherfucker.
Can we name a business that doesn't? I can name a business.
I can name
Have you heard of
Ray Swimwear. Don't do it. Ray Swimwear is ethical, and they got good business practices and air conditioned warehouses and recycled fabrics that come from Italy. And the owner is a dual citizen of Italy, so she know her shit.
She just passed her test,
and she can speak fluent Italian. That's one ethical business. Let's strike it up for one ethical business. What, dog? That's beautiful. Okay, I'm really.
Wow,
yeah, this certainly just turned into. It doesn't have to be itsy bitsy. It doesn't. It doesn't.
You know it's supposed to fit through a wedding ring? That's ridiculous. Who says?
I want to be more like Audrey Hepburn, but not old, current Audrey Hepburn. Like when she was young and beautiful. I'm sure Audrey Hepburn is super dead.
I want to be current Audrey Hepburn.
Yeah, I want to be 1920 Audrey Hepburn, but now.
Who says it has to be alive?
Who said it had to be coherent? Oh no! Why is this now the roast of Ray Swimwear? And I can't put Ray Swimwear in the title now because somebody will passively find this and clip that and just be like, Audrey Hepburn is old and stupid.
But it's more the roast of Audrey Hepburn.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. But you know how she loves her some Audrey Hepburn, dude. Like, honestly, look.
She was someone to admire.
She was someone, but I've watched them movies. Oh my God. It's one camera, one angle, one shot of her not acting.
Hey.
It's
classic.
Ooh,
Damascus is a very big fan.
Ooh, Damascus is, oh my God. Damascus ain't even had no experience. Ooh, oh, you know what? I enjoyed Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. I did. Vanessa made me watch that. And if you turn off your brain and accept that 7 dudes just went out and randomly kidnapped 7 bitches and locked them in cabins until they fell in love with them, it's fine.
Wow, that's
it's literally like they literally like tie them up and
so
keep them.
Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, but just old redneck dudes. But I remember enjoying that for what it was. This has gone on for far too long. Ray Swimwear, tell your friends. I'm sure there's some kind of spring promotional thing. Yeah, dude. Yeah, and
I don't know if that's true. Don't quote me on that.
No, don't quote. We don't get that. There's no hashtags. Yeah, there's a newsletter, and you can also follow the Starfish one. I follow the Starfish Instagram and I get their newsletter. I don't even
Nice.
know what they do.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I mean,
and she is working on the spring line, so get your pre-orders in now.
like, realistically, dude, can you, like, if I showed you a product, would you know it was from the Starfish people?
Yes, because it would say in the corner Starfish.
Yeah, but if I just showed you a picture and it wasn't on Instagram, you would just be like, what is these seashells?
I know what you mean. I know Starfish.
But you know what? Hey, at least I know they were seashells, right? See, we're supportive.